We are at Kaibab Lake in Williams, Arizona. This video I'm going to show you all the lakes of Williams. Well, most of them. There are a few that we're not going to stop at. But this first one is Kaibab. It is a campground too. When I drove in, I didn't see any signs for a day use fee. And I came here several times and I've never had to pay anything, and no one's ever said anything. But this lake is very muddy. All the lakes in Williams kind of depend on the water levels of how much rain and snow they get. Right now the lake is pretty full, but I'll show you my board. You can see how muddy it is. That's from just getting off and on. All these lakes are stocked with trout, so you can fish. This lake is located 5 miles from downtown Williams off the 64 heading towards the Grand Canyon. I just splashed this little crawdad onto the board. We are at Cataract Lake. Cataract Lake is about 1.5 miles from downtown Williams. This is a less popular lake. There's no camping, it's just day use only. It's Friday and it's about 3:30. We are the only ones out here. There's a handful of people fishing by where you launch, but besides that, no one else is out here. You can hear the highway, so it's not as peaceful. And there is a few houses along this lake. This lake butts up right near the golf course. Cataract Lake is a free daytime use lake. There is bathrooms and a launch ramp for small kayaks. This lake is also stocked. Like I said before, there's no one here, just me and my dog and the birds. This is Dogtown Lake. Dogtown Lake is also another lake that has a campground, so there is a lot more people. This lake is pretty big, and I feel like they put more fish in this lake because of the campground. There's a lot of people fishing and they're actually catching trout. This lake is the first lake of today that I came across that has algae in it. So the algae is really dangerous for the dogs. So you want to make sure they're not drinking any of the water. My dog is pretty tired. She's just, yeah, laying back there. This lake is bigger than Cataract and Kaibab Lake. Dogtown Lake is 7.5 miles from downtown Williams. This is JD Dam. The water is really low right now. Normally you can just come launch right here and paddle out. I am not to put my paddleboard in the water on this one because it's too low. Normally the water's high enough and you can paddle out through this and out into the main lake. When the lake is full, the water is up to this level. You can see how low it is. This lake is the furthest lake from town I'm going to show you. It is about 19 miles from downtown Williams. I am at Horse Lake. Horse Lake is a campground. This lake is busier than the other lakes, but it is really big. They do have a snack shack, so if you're camping and you want some food, they have a trailer with food in it if you don't feel like cooking or if you want a quick snack. We'll be going over there a little bit later and getting something. Horse Lake is located 19 miles from downtown Williams. We are at Scholz Lake. This lake is my favorite lake. It is a little bit of a hike to get to the lake. So if you have kayaks, it is a little difficult, but I brought kayaks down there before. At this lake, you will see more wildlife. I've seen elk down here. I saw a bald eagle this morning. There's a lot of birds. This lake does have fish in it. I am not sure if they stock this lake since it's not one of the main lakes. There's no campground around this lake either. This lake is 15 miles from downtown Williams. Down at that point down there is where we launched. It's hard to say which lake is bigger, either Dogtown or this lake. This lake kind of branches off into T, so you can go back there, or it keeps going in that direction.